Om Vigneshwaraya Namaga, Sri Gurubhyo Namaga. Welcome back, viewers. Hope you enjoyed my last video about Maha Kumbh Mela, astrological significance, and it was useful. And now we will come back to the zodiac, the multiverse map, or a magic box. Last video about signs or rasis, I have covered 12 signs starting from Aries to Pisces, that is Mesha to Meena. I have given you the Vedic names, Western or modern names of the signs, what are all the degrees covered, and also we talked about why Aries is the first sign of zodiac. In this video, we are going to see different properties or qualities allocated to each of these 12 signs. First, what I'm going to do about the quality, and then I will give you the spreadsheet or the presentation of all the qualities of the 12 signs in a table format, which will be useful for you to understand. Now, you will see the screen where I have shown the sequence of the signs from 1 to 12, their astrological Vedic astrology names and Western or modern astrology names, and also this time I added a two-letter symbol for each sign, generally used in all the zodiac or horoscope. The first property what we are going to see is the body part allocation to the signs or rasis. Head to toe or head to feet is allocated to each of the 12 rasis. Starting from Aries for head, Taurus for face, and then it's going on like that: shoulders, chest, stomach, abdominal, reproductive organs, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet are allocated to 12 rasis. This will help in detecting where there is a problem or potential disease happens in which portion, or maybe we can also detect the deformity during the birth. The second property what we are going to see for Rasi is gender, that is male and female. This is very simple and easier. Aries is male, Taurus is female. Like that it goes alternatively 12 Rasi. So we have 6 males and 6 females. Line with this, there is also odd and even rasis. So whatever the male rasis will be odd rasis, whatever the even rasis will be female rasis. This property is used mainly in detecting the child. What would be your child? Male child or female child? Or male brother, female brothers? Or if you have enemies, or if you have gurus, all those gender we can find out through this property. The next, that is the fourth property, is we are going to see is the time of the day, that is day and night. Use of this property is to find out when the rasis will be active, whether it is in the daytime or in the night time. So also sometimes it is used nighttime birth and daytime birth. Before moving on to explain fourth property, that is Rasi rising, we have to understand one important fact, that is the Rasis are allocated with living being or non-living being. For example, Aries sign or Mesha is identified with the goat. The Taurus or Rishabha is identified with ox, or for that matter, Virgo is identified with the lady, Pisces is identified with the fish. Like that, it is some significant fact to that sign. So we have to understand that. And so based on this animals, each Rasi is identified whether it is a rising with head first or rising with the back or leg first. For example, goat, when it raises with the back leg, and first thing the back and back leg is being raised, after that it raises his head. Whereas human being or the Virgo lady, when they rise with the head first and then it will be a foot. So based on this, head and feet is allocated to each rasis. Where it is used is mainly during the dasha period calculation. Sometimes the dasha will be eligible to give both beneficial and troublesome periods, but based on this factor, head rising or feet rising, we can decide which one beneficial is going to be initial or beneficial is going to be at the end. So for that, to fine tune the our predictions and reviews, this will help. The fifth property, we are going to see the behavioral quality of rasis or sign. There are three behavioral qualities according to the Vedic astrology. One is called Rajas, the next one is Sattvic, the third one is Tamasic. Rajas is equivalent to energetic behavior, who are active and rise to the cause. The second quality of Sattvic is a Puritan, found in the people who uphold the justice and they don't care about the petty things. The third quality is tamasic, which is equivalent to laziness or darkness. People who take time to do things, people who don't care about doing or helping others. So these are all the three different behavioral qualities allocated to the signs. But these qualities should be used in line or in coordination or conjunction with other qualities to find out the behavior, and based on which we can decide the outcome. The next property we are going to see of the rasis are mobility. There are three mobility qualities, namely movable rasis, fixed rasis, and dual rasis. Movable is a quality of a dynamic, it is ever changing qualities, and fixed is a more constant and earthy person, or that kind of a quality who are firm. And then dual is the quality where both dynamic and constant, based on the situation they will act. So basically, if you look at Hindu mythology, it is in line with that. Movable is equal to creator Brahma, and fixed is like Shiva, the destroyer, and dual is a sustainer, Vishnu. So this is how they have allocated three rasis, starting from Aries movable, Taurus is fixed, and then Gemini is dual, and then it goes again all the three. So each movable quality or a fixed quality or a dual quality will have four rasis allocated in each of these qualities. And also we can use the same thing with dynamic, constant, and varying or mixed or vibrant thing for dual sign, and then we can analyze things. It will be helpful, and mainly this will help in deciding the movement of a person or the residence, whether that regarding the travel or the job related to the travel or fixed position work kind of thing we can decide. The next quality is of medical nature. According to the Ayurveda and Vedic astrology, living beings are controlled by three natural elements of fire, air, and water present in each and every living being body. And when the balance between these three is shattered or imbalanced, then the disease occurs. So, in Vedic astrology, these three elements called Pitta for fiery things, Vata for airy things, and Kapha for watery things allocated for each rasis. So this will help in identifying the disease of a person. Also, apart from these three, there is another one, there is a mixed also allocated to four rasis, three rasis. So, Pitta, Vata, Kapha, and mixed, all four qualities are allocated to three of each rasis, making total 12 rasis or signs. Also, we have a concept called Panchabhudam, which is fire, water, land or earth, air, and space or ether. So, out of which space is everywhere. So, apart from space or ether, all the other four of Panchabhutas allocated to rasis also. So, starting from Aries, Aries is allocated fire, Taurus is allocated with earth, Gemini is allocated to airy, Cancer is allocated to watery, and then it repeats again starting Leo to and completing 12 rasis. So each of the element will have three rasis allocated. So this also should be used in conjunction with other qualities to fine tune our review. For example, there are three watery signs, but if you look at the whole picture, there are one watery sign with the movable property, which is another property. The watery sign, the another one will have the dual property. The another watery sign will have a fixed property. So there are, even though all are watery properties, but based on this other quality or property, we have to fine tune. For example, a rasi or sign with movable and watery is equivalent to the moving water bodies like rivers. In case it is fixed, it will be a small ponds and related things, whereas dual is sea or ocean, where certain portion of the sea is static, and when it touches the land, there are movements of the water bodies as a waves. So it is a dual, both movable and fixed. So this is how we have to read each of those signs, and then the qualities are to be fine tuned. The next are the abilities based on this Panchabhuta Tattvam allocated. So whenever it is a fiery, it transforms the things. So the fire transforms the things. Earth is makes the things or items solid, right? And the varying things are the air. Air varies. It there were storms. Also, there are gentle breeze. Like that, there is also water is flexible. It can go into anything. So, watery signs. These four elements also used for this identifying these qualities of transformation, solidarity or a constant thing, or varying or flexible qualities. The next one is a direction allocated to the rasis. There are four directions every one of us know. East is allocated to Aries, and then Taurus south, and then west is to Gemini, and Cancer is to the north, and then it is repeated two times for other 8 rasis. So it is very simple. Again, this is used in finding out uh, the travel to which direction, or whether the spouse will come from which direction, or the enemies or benefits from come from which directions. So those things can be fine tuned with these qualities of the rasis. And finally, not finally, before final, there is also classes, that is societal working class allocation is also done. This is called varnas in Hindu dharma or Vedic astrology. In modern society, it is a working class. There are 4 classes basically, that is Kshatriya for warriors, Vaishyas for traders, Shudras for workers, and Brahmanas for scholars and then priest duties. So this also allocated to different rasis, but it is not in order, it may differ. So I'm not telling that we have to refer to the table, so we can make it. Again, each societal class will have 3 rasis, and with other qualities and other thing, we have to fine tune our outcome, or what is going to be the effect on the person, or when we are trying to predict something. The last but not the least is color allocation. There are various colors allocated to each of the rasis, starting from Aries, red, and then it moves on to different colors, which is listed in the table. The table will be shown shortly, with first few qualities in the first screen, and then moving on, the second screen will show the balance qualities, so that you can have a appropriate view on this. Apart from that, there are so many other small or important factors allocated to each rasis. At this point in time, I wanted to thank Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao, who has written a book on this basic astrology in English, which details all the things or factors or points which I mentioned in with related to rasis, written very clearly by Sri Narasimha Rao. This book in PDF format can be downloaded from vedicastrologer.org. In next episode, we will see about planet allocation to these rasis or signs. Thank you, viewers.